Hello guys, it's your girl Patience here, and I am the CEO for Aid Inception. Aid Inception is a female fashion brand based in Ghana, and on this channel I post tutorials on how to sew both for beginners and intermediate. So if you love to learn how to sew, if you know how to sew already, subscribe, watch my videos, like, comment, and share it to anyone who may need it. Let's get started. So in today's tutorial, we are going to learn how to draft a basic bodice block, and this is a full scale, and we are drafting both the front and the back together. So these are the things I'll be using: my brown paper, my marker, my rulers, and of course my measurement. So to start with, I will first mark my starting point, and my starting point I always mark 1 inch. This ruler is 1 inch wide, so I use it to mark my starting point at the beginning of my drafting. Yes, so it's time to insert my shoulder to shoulder measurement. So my shoulder to shoulder measurement was 17, so that puts me at 8.5 plus half an inch, so I marked 9 inches. Now let's insert the vertical measurement. So my first vertical measurement was my chest line, so my shoulder to chest line, that's what I'm marking. Yes. Then I went ahead to measure my shoulder to bust. My shoulder to bust was 11 inches, so I went ahead to mark it. As you can see me doing, I marked it about 3 to 4 times, so that at least the point will help me connect my lines properly. Okay, sewing is not difficult. Drafting is just like graph. You follow, you mark the right point, you connect, you get your lines. As simple as that. Yeah, so that's my bust point. Now I'm going to my waist, and I will do the same thing. I will mark my waist point about 3 to 4 points, so that connecting it will be easier. It is not difficult at all. Just relax, focus, watch, and know that you can do it. Okay, great. So that's my waist measurement as well. Then from my waist, my client's hip length is 9 inches from my waist, so I went ahead to input that measurement as well. So that is what you can see me marking, and you mark the point about 3 to 4, so that it will serve as a guide when you are connecting. Just remember how we used to draft graph in school and follow. You get your points right, you connect them. Yeah. So a quick one, on this channel I'll be posting videos on how to cut and sew, so even if you are a beginner, you can join and learn something. Okay, so now it's time for me to input my neck measurement. So my neck depth and width was 3. So my neck depth and width is 3 by 3, and that is the standard measurement for drafting a basic bodice block. So you can also use 3 inches by 3 inches. Yeah, it will work for you. Now it's time to take my back neckline, because we are doing this together, the front and the back together. So with my back neckline, I went ahead to mark 1 inches, and I connected it to my neck line just like the one I drafted. Sorry, this is coming off and on. My camera was not in section when I was drafting, so I had to split it and bring it in here. So now to my shoulder slope, I marked 0.75 from my shoulder line, then I am connecting it to my neck. So it is because the client's shoulder is a bit slopey, okay, that's why. But you can look at your client's shoulder and come down between 0.5 to 0.75 inches. So I was doing my annotations. I was writing my chest line, my bust line, my waistline, my hip line, and my hemline, so that I'll be able to know which line I am putting which measurement on. Okay, so now to draft our dart, you divide your nipple to nipple by 2, and mine was 8, so I divided it into 2. I had 4, and I'm inputting it on my bust line, my waistline, and my hem line. Yeah, and that is how to draft the basic darts, which form as the basis for all the dart manipulations and the corsets we see in town. Okay, so just concentrate, focus, and you will get it. It's all about practicing. Okay, it is not difficult at all. Just keep watching and practice. And please don't forget to comment, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So with my dart intake, I took 1 inch on my waistline. So I took 1 inch at the side and 1 inch at the other side, to making 2 inches. Yeah, and on my hip line, I came up by 1.5 inches from the hip line, so that I'll be able to connect my dart legs. Yeah, so just watch me doing what I am doing. And on my bust line too, I came down by 0.5 inches, so that it will eliminate the bulge on the breast when I am sewing. It will create some ease over there. So I went ahead to connect my dart legs, yeah, as you can see me doing. So you connect from the bust to the waist, then from the waist to the hip, just like that. You see, it is easy. Don't forget to get your brown papers so that you can be doing this drafting. You can even use cement papers to start learning how to draft. You keep drafting, you keep watching videos, you keep practicing. That is how you are going to get it, and you become perfect in no time. So yeah, that's for my dart. So you see how it is looking very demure, very simple. You can do it. Yeah, it is time to input our circumferences. So I went ahead to divide my bust divided by 4, and this is how you use the tape measure to do your division. I have a full tutorial on that, so you can check it out, how to use the tape measure to do your division. So I marked the actual measurement on my chest line and on my bust line. Yes, then I went ahead to add 2 inches ease allowance or seam allowance, anyhow you will call it. So I went ahead to mark my 2-inch seam allowance, yeah, on both my bust point and my chest point. Now it is time to input my waist circumference. So my waist circumference, I went ahead to divide it into 4. Yes, just like how you see me doing with the tape measure. So you divide it into 4, then you mark your points. Yes, you mark whatever you get, then you measure the dart intake you took. It's 2 inches from my side, so I marked 2 inches. Then I added a 2 inches seam allowance to it, so that my fabric won't get shortened by the time I will cut. Yes, now it's time to input my hip measurement. So I went ahead to divide it into 4 with my tape measure. Yeah, then I input my actual measurement. Then I added 2 inches seam allowance to it. Okay, yeah, that is that. So the measurement I had on my hip measurement, that was the same measurement I constructed on my hem line. Okay, yeah, my paper was out of angle, so my video didn't record that part, sorry. So just like what I explained, the same measurement on my hip line, that is the same measurement I had on my hem line. So I went ahead to connect the point with my ruler. Yeah, as you can see me doing. So go ahead, connect your points with your ruler, and yeah, you should get something like this. But don't worry at all if it doesn't come out like this. Keep practicing and you are going to get it finally. Okay, and if you have any question, just ask me and I am going to answer all your questions. So to get your armhole, I divided my shoulder line, my armhole line by 2. Then I went in by half an inch. So the half an inch is for the arm opening. Okay, it's for the front arm opening, sorry, so that when you'll be able to swing your arms. You see that when you are wearing dress, you swing your arms and you should be free, you should be able to swing it with ease. So that's why you are supposed to go in by half an inch on your front block. Okay, so that it will be easier to swing your arms. So I've gone ahead to connect my armhole lines and I am doing my cutting. So with the cutting, I cut through the back armhole line. Okay, so that one is in front, so I went ahead to cut my back through my back armhole. I didn't cut the front so that you can see the front is there. Then I went ahead to cut my back neckline, not the front neckline. So you cut your back neckline, you use it to cut. Then after, you can cut off the front neckline, the front armhole. Then you can cut your perfect dress, both back and front. So this is how the basic block look like. Very simple. Just keep practicing and you are going to get it. Make sure you practice and you send me the picture if possible. Bye.